Good morning, everybody, and happy Monday. It's your girl, Miracle Sims. You're listening to God, Sex, and Love, your daily dose of inspiration, the juice. It is May the 18th, 2020, and today we're going to talk about idols. Yes, indeed. Let's get straight into it, friends. So the definition of an idol is an image or representation of a god used as an object of worship. The second definition is a person or thing that is greatly admired, loved, or revered. Well, friends, how many times have we had idols in our lives? I can't sit here and lie to you, friends. As I look back at things like that, I can say there's probably several ways that I might have had some idolatry in my life. I might have, idolized my career. I think I idolized relationship and romance and that type of thing as well. So, I share in any convictions that you may have when it comes to this whole thing. I feel like the beautiful thing is, Jesus went to the cross for all of us, including those that may have been dabbling into a little bit of idolatry. So with that being said, let's get a closer look at, what we're dealing with here, what we're talking about in particular. I know we gave the definition, but, let's get to the biblical aspect of this whole thing. So I was taking a look at CanadianBibleGuide.com, and it had 3 kinds of idolatry. So the 3 kinds that they defined is 1, pagan idolatry. I think that's probably the first thing that we kind of think about when we think about idols and idolatry. We think about people that are physically worshiping a man-made thing or something like that, or or items, man-made items, basically, I guess. That's probably the first idea of idols that, we have. The second one is secular idolatry. Now, this one is kind of harder to spot because, again, it taps into some of the ones that I was in, for example, like culture, sex, money, fame, like I said, relationships, and all of those things, those type of idols there. And then the third is religious idolatry. So that's the type of idolatry that seems like worship, but isn't a real thing. So yeah, does any of that stand out to you all? Like, or how about what are you guys feeling about that? I know you guys can't answer me, but what I'm saying is go ahead and let that marinate on your hearts, minds, and souls. If any of that is standing out to you as something that you may be in, well, friend, like I said, the beautiful thing is, hey, it's all right. You can come on back. You know what I'm saying? Come on back. There Jesus is, arms open wide for you and for me. So there you go. But, I guess the thing is, friends, at the end of the day, we were all created to worship God. So, and according to the Bible and the Word, now the only way to truly worship God is through Jesus. So with that being said, that means that any worship that is taking place outside of Jesus is idolatry. So, here are some ways that we can kind of turn away from this whole concept of idolatry and idol worship. And that is to, 1, submit ourselves to Christ. 2, believe in Him. 3, begin a life of worship clearly in Him. We need some Bible to go back this up, friends. And y'all like, Miracle just talking. She just talking. What she talking? Well, let's get into some word then. We got Exodus 20:4. Well, actually, it's a little bit backwards. I might as well just read this first one. You know what? I'm going to read this other one first, and then I'll read 4. So anyway, Exodus 20:3 says, "You shall have no other gods before me." And yeah, that's pretty much it. So I think that's pretty straightforward. when it comes to that. And then when we look at Exodus 20:4, it says, "You shall not make for yourself an idol or any likeness of what is in heaven above or on the earth beneath or in the water under the earth." So, there you go, friends. I mean, pretty straightforward and clear. I think, if I recall, there's even a, commandment in regards to that. And again, like, it can be an easy thing to find yourself in, maybe culture is your idol, or, maybe, like I said, your career is your idol. Just kind of, I would say let's kind of take a look at that today. Let's kind of, test some of those things. And so actually I came across another little blog for y'all, what I'm saying, for those that are ready to go deeper. And that blog is on crosswalk.com, and it was written by Todd Pruitt, and it says 7 tests to see if your worship is truly Christian or pagan. We might want to go ahead and take a look at that. I know I was taking a look at that myself and was like, well. So take a look at that if you're ready to go deeper and everything like that. But the least we can do, friends, is go ahead and, repent and turn away from that side of our lives and see what God wants us to do in that area. Amen. Well, the Bible verse of today, friends, is Isaiah 26:3. It says, "Thou wilt keep him in perfect peace, whose mind is stayed on thee, because he trusteth in thee." Well, friends, thank you so much for listening to your daily dose of inspiration, the juice, here on God, Sex, and Love. I want you all to go forth and have a wonderful, wonderful day. And I look forward to talking to you all tomorrow, if the Lord's will. Bye-bye.